Hello everyone, this is Steven from the Even Steven channel, and today we have something just ever so slightly out of my normal wheelhouse. We have the Traditions Black Powder Revolver Redi-Pak. So what do we have here? Well, if you are new to black powder firearms like I am, I know very little about black powder firearms. I've watched a lot, I've read a lot, I never really shot one. If you are new to black powder firearms, then you might get a kit like this, and this will get you almost everything you need to fire this. What you don't get is you don't get the black powder, which is was that triple F? Number 1F is for basically cannons, 2F for rifles, 3F for revolvers, and usually 4F is like a primer. Make sure you get the right one. And according to Black Hawk Armory, which I got this from, these take number 11 actually, number 11 correction, percussion caps. Oddly enough, I really didn't see that mentioned anywhere else, even in the literature or on the box, so keep that in mind. That might be a mistake. And I've also heard people online say it's number 10 percussion caps, so keep in mind it may or may not fit, but my understanding is, according to Black Hawk Armory's website, number 11. So what we have here is we have a reproduction made by Pieta for Traditions of the Colt 1851 Navy. We're going to start with this. So this is whatever that FLLI Pieta, made in Italy, of the Colt 1851. You have a nice roll marks here. I do like that. That's cool. That was a Colt feature. What do we have? Looks like a nice little, not super deeply ingrained. It's not colored either. Looks like a little bit of a sailing ship. If I could simultaneously get the focus and the glare right. Nice brass frame, which I believe is correct for the 1851. Nice wood grip here, a little shorter, which the 1851 did have. And if you go here, you'll see black powder only, 44 caliber, which is not correct for the Colt 1851. The Colt 1851 was a 36 caliber firearm. The Colt 1860 was the 44. This is incorrect. But as a modern accommodation, we have the 1851 Navy adapted to be 44 caliber. Looks like the cylinder is coming out just a little bit here. There's a little bit of a step in the cylinder, a little bit of a cut here in the frame. So you kind of have a combination of 1851 Navy and 1860 parts, for lack of a better term. But I mean, I think it's a really well put together gun for the price. The only imperfection I could see here is that this wood here is a little bit proud. It comes up a little bit. Maybe that you take the grips off and sand them down. Like I said, I know very little about black powder, but I will do as best I can to explain what this gun is, how it works, and what comes in this pack. So if you're willing to come along with me, let's see what we can do. So this is, at its heart, a single action revolver. Cock the gun, pull the trigger, gun goes off. However, it is a black powder, I guess technically muzzle loading revolver. So the way you would load this is I guess you would put a pre-measured amount of black powder in each of the cylinder. I'm not sure the exact order you do that in. Would you do that one at a time or all at once? But you gotta get the pre-loaded amount of powder in there. You gotta put the ball in there. You gotta put a little bit of a lube to make sure you don't get a chain fire and all the cylinders go off at once. And then you got to put the percussion caps on. Like I said, I believe this is number 11. And yeah, and you use this loading lever. You have it at half cock. You start putting all the stuff together. You do one of the final steps is to ram that powder and ball down. Make sure you have it nice and firmly seated. Put that back up. And when you have the powder in there, when you have the ball in there, when you have the lube in there, and you have all the percussion caps, you can now fire. 5 or 6 rounds. If you look at the manual, sometimes it suggests that if you have a 6-shot cylinder, which I believe this is, I believe this is 6 shots, you should only load 5 shots and keep one chamber empty for safety, because there is no manual safety on here. And I think just even as a replica reproduction, I think this is pretty cool. And admittedly, I'm probably never, not say never, but I really don't have any intentions of shooting this in the near future. I just think it's kind of cool. A little short in the grip. 1851 is short in the grip. 1860 is a little bit longer. Yeah, I just think it's really cool, even just as a, like I said, a replica. Now, this right here, this is the, I guess, lack of a term, takedown wedge. You're supposed to put pressure here and move the wedge out so the gun can come apart. I haven't really done that. I'm not really sure what best to use in that spot. I've been told wood, like a piece of wood, like a wedge-shaped piece of wood, and kind of hammer that out. So I haven't really taken this apart, and I'm probably not going to do it anytime soon. But what else comes with the gun? Sorry, what else comes with this pack, this Redi-Pak? And I've taken the liberty of not mangling this box up so I can show you everything that comes with it. So right here this says solvent. Let's see. And I've done this with the intention of showing you all. So let's see if I could pop these here. Because a lot of people are going to buy this online without having seen it in person. So what do we have here? We have Traditions, Performance Firearms, Easy Clean Spray Solvent. Really not a whole lot of instructions on here. Oh, here we go. The orange smelling Easy Clean Spray will clean the toughest of fouling for your muzzle loading needs. Easy Clean has been proven to reduce your cleaning time. Alright. So, as most people should know, black powder firearms are inherently very dirty, and black powder itself is corrosive. It is 100% corrosive, and if not properly cleaned, it will ruin your firearm. This says lube/patches, which is, that's not correct. It's just the lube. Wonder Plus. Wonder Lube 1000 plus 2 ounces. Important here. Use as a patch lube for round ball. Used to seal revolver cylinders. Excellent rust prevention for interior surfaces. Like I said, one of the things you should do is you should have some kind of lubricant or sealant in the cylinder to prevent chain fire, because there is a possibility that as one of these fire, there's a possibility that the other ones could fire as well, which would at best damage the firearm, at worst ruin the firearm, well, I guess at worst hurt you. However, you see a very tight, almost non-existent cylinder gap right here. This cylinder comes right up against the forcing cone. So that's a very tight cylinder to forcing cone lock up there. It's extremely close. It's probably rubbing against the forcing cone, to be honest. What else we got? Come on. I'm going to lean forward. Let me just lean forward. Get this whole thing open. Okay. I was trying not to pop that out so hard, but okay. This is your powder flask. Now, they did something really clever here. This is actually part of the solvent spray bottle. This is actually the top of it. Looks like this goes on top of here, and that's just to save space. But what you would do is you would put your black powder in here, close it up, and when you hit this, tighten this all up. Why does that come unscrewed like that? And when you hit this button here, you would just open this up and you can pour out some powder. Now, well, it might be a little bit unsafe to just pour it straight in and just kind of guess it, so you have a powder measure. And what you do I assume, is set it to a certain grain. There is a manual inside here. There's two manuals, one information set from Traditions, one information set from Pieta, that you should definitely read if you're going to use this. And you could set it to, let's just say, we're going to do 20 grains, which is I think that is a reasonable measurement you can use for this particular one. Put that in there. And I assume you're supposed to fill that up all the way. So you get 20 grains, and then you put it in the chamber. How are they getting in here? Let me see this. Yeah, that fits just right in there. Still going. You have a cleaning kit, which I actually have not opened this, so I'm not sure what's in here. It's going to be a surprise to me as well. There's a screw there for some reason. Alright. Oh, okay, looks like cleaning rods. Cleaning rods, cleaning brushes. Okay, that's cool, that's nice. Oh, what did I just lose? Oh, lost a piece. I hope these are not going to be a pain to get back in. Oh, no, we got it. We got it back in. That's interesting, okay. We have a nipple wrench. It's pretty cool. Looks like this would go, if you had the cylinder out, you could just take these nipples off. I think that's mostly for cleaning or replacing the nipples. Let me see if I can. These parts here, that is replaceable. Patches here. Capping tool here. That's pretty cool. You put percussion caps in here. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of tension on here. I assume there's no tension on this. It looks like the tool would hold one percussion cap in place, and it has a little bit of flex to it, and you would put it on. Percussion cap, and looks like you would rip that off. Oh, and hit my camera with the tripod at the same time. Cool stuff. And lastly, we have some actual ball. 44 caliber ball. Yes, both instructions say that you're supposed to use 454-inch ball, which this is. Looks like a 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like 18 actually. 18 rounds of 44 caliber ball. And this is 454 caliber because when you actually run that lever, that I guess ramrod for lack of a better term, I don't know what it's called, you will shave off a small amount of the lead as it is seated in the chamber. And lastly, I did mention it, there is a manual here full of so many safety warnings. One from Pieta themselves, another one from Tradition, and I'm going to show this right here. Let me see if I can get the UPC number right there. U405890029996. If you put that number into Google, you'll pretty easily find this online. Again, I purchased this from Black Hawk Armory. Under U.S. federal law, black powder firearms are not legally considered firearms. They're considered, I don't know, not guns for some reason. I'm not going to complain. However, under New Jersey law, you have to do the same work you would for any other handgun. For black powder handguns, black powder rifles are different. But if you're a black powder handgun like this, you have to go through New Jersey standard New Jersey firearms process, which sucks. And all of this, let me just make a point, all of this can be had for under $300. And I think that is a phenomenal value. So all you really need to do is get the black powder and the percussion caps, and you're ready to go. I mean, I don't know anything else you would need. be fair, I don't know enough. And even for just the fact you get this, and you know, personally, even just as a like a replica or something to just have around the house, I'm actually pretty satisfied having never shot this and not really intending to shoot any time in the future. I'm actually pretty happy with the quality of the gun and all the stuff comes with it. Yeah, the wood is a little proud. Maybe you could place that with nicer grips. The wood is a little proud here, a little proud there, a little proud there as well. Otherwise, I am just very happy with the quality of this gun. Seems to cock very well. A little bit of a hefty spring there. A little hard to do one-handed. But yeah, I really like this. Unfortunately, I don't have a place to shoot this in New Jersey. You know, I contacted my my local range that I belong to. You know, I have a membership in my local indoor range, and I asked them if I could shoot black powder firearms there, and they said no. And I knew that, and I purchased this anyway. So if anyone knows a place in, you know, like central New Jersey where I could kind of maybe shoot this, really appreciate it. Otherwise, this is Steven from the Even Steven channel giving my first look at the Traditions Black Powder Ready Kit, or Black Powder Revolver Ready Kit. If in the future I do happen to shoot this, I find a place to shoot this, get a little experience with it, I'll kind of do like a second part and kind of let you know how it was. And from what I can see, I can definitely recommend this as, you know, really just a really fun recreational black powder gun. Looks like a really good time. And hopefully one day I get a chance to shoot it. Alright, this is Steven from the Even Steven channel. Please do all that like, sharing, and subscribing. I will see you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.